Genesis Arms Gen-12 firearm. If you've been with us for a while, you saw us do the full-length shotgun upper. This is a short recoil system that slaps onto your AR-10 lower. You swap your mag catch and bolt catch to work with these mags and this bolt. You can still run it as an AR-10, but with this upper, you get 12 gauge. This one is the firearm variant. Thanks to its overall length, it is completely legal to have this foregrip on here. Gonna kick things off with our full mag plus one. We've got some 1 ounce 1250 foot per second 7.5s, so kind of an average game load, if you will. See how it runs. I'm excited about this. Oi! Flinch monster got me bad there. Happens with 12 gauge. No issues. Did yank out some beard hairs though. So with semi-auto 12 gauges, there's a huge variety of loads out there that may or may not run. This tower, if you will, starts off with our most likely to run heaviest stuff. We're looking at the most weight and most velocity, and then we get lighter and lighter, including some slugs, various types of birdshot, etc., etc. We will see what runs and what doesn't for what's for dinner.
Okay, so to start this off, we're gonna begin with S&B 9 pellet double up buck. And if I look a little weird right now, it's because I shoved a hat under there so that it can absorb some of the recoil. I anticipate there being a lot of battery on my shoulder after we've done a few reviews. So that's why I look a little funky. Wow. If I can just get it to sit in that little pocket very well. Not so bad with the S&B, but this time with 12 pellet double up buck. True ball 1 ounce slugs from Federal Premium Low Recoil. We shall see. Yoki 1 ounce number 6 shot, 1250 feet per second. It's a mouthful sometimes. And up. Okay. That felt better. And now we have another Fiocchi, number 5 shot, 1 3/8 ounces, and it goes 1250 feet per second. Bigger box. What? That felt bigger though. Fiocchi, 7.5 shot, 1 1/8 ounce.
1250 feet per second.
Okay. Rio, 7.5 shot, 1 ounce, another 1250 feet per second. shot, 1 1/8 ounce. Now we're at 1,200 feet per second. Rio, low recoil, 1 ounce slug, 1,200 feet per second.
It's like a misfeed.
All right. Here. I'm gonna stay in there. Okay, so unfortunately, when I tried to do the Rio 1 ounce slugs, I had a bit of a feeding issue, and it could have been me. So Graham is gonna jump in there and see if it's the ammo or if it was a me thing. And it was a me thing. All right, next we have Rio, 8 shot, 1150 feet per second, 1 1/8 ounce. All right, so thoughts on this guy. It does definitely have some recoil to it in those heavier loads, which we started with. You can probably see on my shoulder there's some redness there, even though I had a beanie that I had folded over and tucked in there to absorb some of that. It's a little difficult to say how much the recoil subsided with the lighter load, simply because I'm not sure if I was just going numb to the pain or if it was actually lowering. But you can tell that there was a difference in the loading, because I was then incapable of having it feed properly, which is something that I did anticipate and was prepared for, and I did try and hold steady for that. But for the purpose of giving the gun a good review, Graham came in and took over there at the very end. But with that being said, I actually like how this shotgun functions. It was really easy to hold, and I mean, it's the same as like my AR, so it was the same functionality there. Just the 12 gauge recoil, it gets you.
So now that we're back and ran that variety of loads through the Gen-12, what do I think about it? Well, it's everything the full size was, and the shorter barrel didn't have any effect on the reliability of this thing. That short recoil action, they have the spring in here tuned perfectly to run pretty much anything I'd want to put through this thing. I gotta say, having the ability to put a foregrip up here was vital for holding on to the thing during the heavier recoil loads. Also made it really comfortable during the low recoil loads. The girth of the handguard here worked well with my larger hands. The magazines fed and functioned. Now, these are proprietary magazines. They have to be, since nobody makes, aside from Genesis Arms, a 12 gauge magazine that'll fit in an AR-10's magwell. This lower, need I remind you, will slap right onto a regular 308 AR-10 upper and function just fine without any modification. So that's a huge feat. The cost on this thing is no joke. These aren't cheap. Those of you who want to know the going rate can check out Genesis Arms website. I can't link to it here on YouTube, but if you're serious about it, you'll use the same internet connection you're using to watch this video to go look that up. Anyways, not cheap, and that's because there's a lot of innovation going on here. This is a small company that has created a new way to accomplish an older task, and it's pretty impressive. As you saw in the video, the thing runs well. It's probably the most compact 12 gauge that I have been able to run reliably in semi-auto. I mean, it's a truly a feat. This is a very, very cool creation. I feel very blessed to get my hands on it, just like I did with the full-length upper. Is it in your price range? Maybe, maybe not. That all depends on what it's worth to you. For me, this as a house gun, I think is an awesome option. I can't wait for some longer mags to come out. Maybe get an 8-rounder and a 10-rounder, and you're good to go. I mean, it shot everything it needed to. It's a nice compact package, something that easily fits next to the bed or under the bed, however you want to stash it, and can handle all of your 12 gauge needs. So my hat's off to Genesis Arms for an incredible creation here. I'm probably going to do some minor adjustments, change out the GI grip, maybe change the trigger, I don't know, but as you saw in the footage there, the GI trigger ran great for me. I had no trouble running it quickly. I mean, it's a 12 gauge for crying out loud, not a bench gun, but just awesome. A complete revolution to what the AR platform, AR styling is known to do. Just like the other AR-esque 12 gauges out there, this of course isn't an AR action. It's that short recoil barrel, but man does it run, and it's a load of fun. I hope anybody who's in the market for something like this takes a serious consideration to what Genesis Arms has created here. Thanks for watching.